Sourdough can feel like a long, complicated process, so I wanted to test an easier way. Can you make sourdough in a stand mixer, save time, and still get a beautiful loaf?
Hi everyone, welcome to Growing with Victoria. In this video, I will show you how to make easy sourdough bread using the stand mixer method. So let's get to it. So we're going to add 500 grams of flour. Then you're going to measure out 300 grams of water. So go ahead and add the water to the flour mixture. After you've added your 300 grams of water, go ahead and add 150 grams of active sourdough starter. And then the last ingredient that you want to add is 2 teaspoons of salt. All right, go ahead and put this in your stand mixer and set it on the lowest setting. For the stand mixer, you'll want to use the hook attachment. Once you've mixed your dough in the mixer, go ahead and put it into a clear bowl. So it's been 2 hours and we are going to do our first stretch and fold. So what makes the process easier is wetting your hands and some water. All right, so what you want to do is stretch and fold the dough over. Stretch and fold. Alright, so I did my 4 rounds of stretching and folding, and I'm going to cover it with a cloth and let it sit for like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to shape it. Alright, so our dough is ready. It's not sticky to touch. There are bubbles in there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and flip over our bowl. We're just going to use some water to wet our hands. I'm going to go ahead and stretch the dough. Be careful not to rip it. And then we're going to go ahead and fold over and fold over again. Cover it with a towel again and let it rest for like 20 minutes. While the dough is resting, we can go ahead and prepare our bread basket by sprinkling some rice flour in there. This is the basket that I have, but if you don't have something like this, you can always put a cloth or a towel in a regular bowl and do that as well. Alright, so it's been around 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and reshape my dough again. You want to just flip your dough over and do the same thing again. And there will be a lot more resistance this time around. All right, just go ahead and fold it. and you're going to place it seam side up. So this is the seam side up. Go ahead and cover it with a cloth or towel. You can also use plastic wrap. So to bake your bread, you will need a Dutch oven. I have my cast iron Dutch oven here, and you will need to preheat this in the oven at 500 degrees for at least 30 minutes. Then you will just flip your bread over, sprinkle some rice flour on top. So this is how the bread turned out. This bread is super good and it's so easy to make. You guys can do this. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, and if you would like to follow along for more content, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. God bless you all. Bye bye, guys.